Welcome to another episode of Haunt Ventures with Melissa and Jason. Today we're going to take a more detailed look at the facade. This is for Steve. He left a comment on one of our other videos. His YouTube name is YardHaunter5, and we'll leave a link in the description below so you can check out his channel. Alright, so this is the facade for Carnevil Manor, haunted house. We bring this to the festivals. So basically it's made up of plywood panels. So you've got, this is one plywood panel, 4x8. This is another one. That's another one. That's a 2x8 panel. Same thing on the other side. You have a 4x8, 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 2x8. And then the clown mouth is actually made up of 4 panels. So to make this striped thing work well, what we did is we started the panel out with white and then red just so it kind of continued over, but that's actually the line of the panel here going across to about the middle, and then we cut all the teeth out and we made another panel, so then that's a top panel, that's a top panel. When we did this, we basically laid out 4 panels on the ground and traced it all out. Oh, actually, sorry, we laid it sideways like this and screwed it to the wall, and then we took a projector and we had the projector as far back as we needed it to be till we got that exact image, and we just kind of turned the image on the computer sideways, horizontal, and traced it all on with a black marker. And then once that was done, we were able to color it in and do all the things we wanted to do to it. Now the letters for Carnevil Manor are done with foam, with the hot wire foam gun. And I would recommend doing it out of wood. They do have a bit of wear and tear on them. I mean, they've held up really well, but I can just see future wear and tear on these things. So I would just recommend doing it out of wood in the future. And then what we also have is kind of helping to keep a solid theme here. To have our advertising sponsors, we had flags made up, metal flags, and they sort of blow in the wind, and it has our sponsors on both sides. There's 4 flags there. So we have people walk through the mouth, and we made the mouth taller than a door, so I think it's like 85 inches or something like that, or 86 inches. And I think we have a 38 or 40 inch opening, so wide enough and high enough. So as you can see, the 2 carnival posters are down, and the structure behind them is basically 4x8, so they can screw right on. So every panel has a structure, and that's the same thing for each panel. This whole the structure of the facade, which we'll get into a little bit later, is all built for support for the panels. So as you can see, even on the bottom there, for that 2x8 panel, there's actually supposed to be a piece going across there, but it didn't get installed. So as you can see, we've got the 2 panels off. The 2 top panels off, and their support structure in behind to screw the panels on. Now, what we have here is we have vertical supports and we have horizontal supports that do all these things. As you can see, they're right here, and there's one missing at the bottom, as I said. Now, how they're made is basically like these C panels that attach to the vertical supports, and then those C panels attach to the trailer. And so there's these are pieces that are bolted to the trailer permanently, and those things attach in. Now what we do is when we get to the festival, we put a piece across each of those to connect these support braces that are on each trailer, to connect them together. And then we put these C brackets on to connect the vertical ones. Once the vertical ones are connected, we put the horizontal braces in between. So if you can see here, I'll give you a close-up of kind of what it looks like. These horizontal, or these vertical braces, are 2x4s, and with the thickness side here, and then the face of a 2x4 on top of it, right? And we leave a notch for the horizontal brace pieces to go in. And what we did to connect them is put these lines here, so we know that's kind of where it lines up, so that when we install this thing, it's always fairly square. I mean, this isn't the best system. There's probably better and easier systems to do, It takes a little bit of time to set up, and the wood warps, but it's working alright for us for now.
Well, that's why that other one.
Okay, so now we've got all of the actual facade panels off.
Right here. And
so you can take a look at the structure. Lots of nailing surfaces, or screwing surfaces. We got, again, the 4x8 panels. And the same on the other side. The 2x8, or panels there. Got the structure for the mouth. Piece for the mouth, and then above that we've got the 4x8 panel right there. So and these cross beams right here provide a lot of support and structure for the whole thing. And so there's more nailing surfaces in this area obviously than in these areas. It's for a lot of structure so it doesn't fall apart, and it's actually pretty durable. Like, we've been in a really windy spot, like between high rises, where you probably saw when we were set up at the Mississauga Rib Fest, and it was windy there, so it really held up. It didn't move much. We even had metal poles bending, and this thing didn't move a bit. Okay, so let's see, what else can I show you about this that'll help you? So you can see what we've done for numbering. Each of these are numbered. So for example, like 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we want to make sure it goes back in the same spot. So, and each of these horizontal beams are marked with a marker, like a rough, it's pretty much rough. It's from the first time we set it up. We made all these markers so that when we took it apart and reinstalled it, it would be perfect. So you can see they're all marked there. And what we do too is we marked on the bottom, like this is number 8, so number 8, and the horizontal beam is number 8 and its bottom. So we know we have a bottom, a middle, and a top. And so because these 2x4s are only so long, I think like 12 feet, so they do connect in here somewhere. So there's 2 pieces, so that's why we mark them like 8 all the way to whatever, and then 1 all the way to whatever. So that when this comes apart, it's just a big pile of wood. We know exactly how to organize it and to put it back up. I think that's it. So if you have any questions, if I left anything out, please leave them in the comment section. Thanks for watching Haunt Ventures. Please like this, and if you like this, please subscribe. Bye! Okay guys, so I just wanted to show you what those vertical beams look like. So, just a little more of a close-up. You can see 2x4, 2x4, right? And then wherever we needed to put those horizontal beams, it's missing. The spot is missing so that they could fit in, the 2x4 could fit in. Right? And the C bracket, which has just been taken off, was in here. We take it off so that it's adjustable, because sometimes our surfaces that we're assembling it on are not always level. Sometimes like on a slope, so we need to adjust these. We found doing it over the events, it was better just to take them off, and we just screw them in. And we're done. Okay guys, this is just a little aftermath. This is where those beams are a little long, and for storage we actually just put them right inside the trailers. And we actually designed the trailers when we were designing the rooms so that we could store this long material. So we've got them in our actor corridor and they extend out. I would suggest not using wood if you're going to build something like this. Make it out of metal. The problem with wood is that it warps over time if it's not stored flat. So we try to store these as flat as possible, but I mean they do warp. So consider making it out of your structure out of metal. That's my tip. Hey guys, this is actually something that no one has ever seen. These are the original drawings by Danny, the artist who drew them, and these are her sketches. So this is what we scanned into the computer. So this is all done with pencil. You can just see the detail here. She did these, I would say, in about an hour. It didn't take her very long. She's really good. She actually teaches, I believe, over at the college. She teaches so there you go. That's where the posters started with the idea, and they transformed into what they are today on the facade.